Hey guys, this is my way to do blood runes. Now go ahead and get your graceful out. The things that you'll absolutely need is a chisel and a black pickaxe. You can get out the birdhouse stuff if you want to do birdhouse runs on the hour. If you're not doing that, then obviously you don't need this. This is all set up in my quick runelight tab. This is really all there is to it. Alright guys, so you also have the Ring of Dueling, and that's so you can teleport out of the actual blood altar area. But until then, go ahead and use your house teleport, go home. And what you're going to do is you're going to change to the Arceus spellbook. Since I'm already on the Arceus spellbook, I'm going to be using the fairy ring. This is an alternative method. If you have the Lumbridge Elite Diary done, you can use the fairy ring in your house or anywhere without staves. And that's going to put you a little bit further away than I like. But if you're doing birdhouse runs, this is the optimal way to use the Arceus spellbook home teleport, which actually puts you right near the altar. Now, like I said, the fairy ring is an alternative. Home teleport is really if you're doing birdhouse runs. If you want to stay on the standard spellbook and use the fairy rings, that's perfectly fine. You're just going to be running a little bit further initially. Now, if you look on the map here, you can see we're pretty close to the Arceus library. It's just a little bit north of that. I have these tiles marked out on the ground, and that's just to help me with direction because I'm a moron. And whenever I first come here, I always get confused on which way to run. So I just have these tiles marked out, and it just helps me it just gives me a sense of direction as to which way to go, because everything kind of blends in here, and I just like the visual aid. The next thing you're going to want to do is climb over these rocks here. And once again, I have another visual aid for whenever I'm running. If you look on both sides of this mountain without the tiles, they look exactly the same. When you come here, these rocks are going to alternate colors. When the rock goes dark, you're just going to go ahead and run to the other one. If you want AFK, I guess you can just stand there. They come back pretty quickly. So once you have your full inventory of your dense essence blocks, you're going to follow my little path here, and we're going to climb back over the rocks. This part is really important that you pay attention to. This is something that Main's Gain showed me. Rather than clicking and following the tiles back, if you take a closer look up here, there's going to be 2 purple dots, and if you actually click on that furthest one, if you click on the dot that's actually further north, you're not going to have to do as much clicking. Instead of clicking down this path all the way, you can actually make that one click, and then right up here you can go ahead and click on the actual altar, and then that's going to save you a lot of time instead of having to run back and forth. Now from here, there's a few different ways that people like to do this. I generally run back and chisel, but some people will stand here and chisel everything. This really just depends on how AFK you want to be, and if you decide not to chisel really fast, it'll chisel slow automatically for you. Now it won't do that if you're running, so what I like to do is just go ahead and while I'm running back, I just chisel really quickly, and then I go ahead and load up for a second trip of essence. Now once you have your second load of essence, and mind you, this is as far as you can get with the essence, don't try to stack it or anything or drop it, you can't pick it back up. You can do this on mobile too, just like the other trick. You're gonna look up here and click right up there behind that building, and no matter where you click up there, that's gonna save you way more clicking because you have to run all the way around this. There's no other shortcuts, there's no anything, guys. This is the fastest way to get up here, and if you look diagonal from here, this is actually where we were initially, and that one click got us all the way up here. Here I have marked a ridiculous amount of tiles for your pleasure, and here we finally arrive at the blood altar. You're gonna get almost 5,000 experience from crafting one set, well, about 2,500, yeah, 2,475. And then when you go to do the second one, you're going to get about the same, which makes for a total of about 5,000 experience per trip up here. Now, me being so AFK, I generally get about 35 to 40,000 experience per hour. If you're staying on top of this, you can probably get about 45,000 experience per hour, but I think that's going to be your upper limit there. To get out of here, you're going to run back towards the way you came in, except this time you're going to go the opposite way, and you're actually going to scale down these rocks here, and it's going to put you right back in the mining pits so you can continue slaving on dark essence. And believe it or not, guys, that is actually going to be all for this video. The only other thing I can tell you is if you're not doing birdhouse runs, you can use the Arceus home teleport, which will save you a little bit of time. Instead of having to run back, you can go ahead and click on that. If not, doing birdhouse runs, use that Ring of Dueling to teleport to the Castle Wars Bank, get out your birdhouses, and then use your home teleport to come back here. If you're on the standard spellbook way, then I guess you can go about doing that however you do it, but this is how I do it. I hope that helped you guys, and if it did, please give the video a thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe to the channel, and get to crafting those blood runes, because we all love our CXP. Yeah.